Okay, I'm just going to start this off with simply stating that you can fully ignore the clears or just me going through endgame because I know my characters aren't strong enough. I just wanted to see if I could do it, but anyway, it's been quite a while since I did anything Star Rail related, and there's one main reason for that. I quit. The main reason why I quit is purely because of endgame. Now, yes, one might say it's my fault because I wasn't pulling for the new characters, but here's the thing. How is it my fault for being free to play? Not by choice, mind you. How is it my fault that I'm free to play and I'm not given nearly enough currency to guarantee a character per patch? As in, per patch, I'm not getting 180 pulls, let alone per two patches, I'm not getting 180 pulls. And I do all the events, I do all of the exploration, and I do the best I can do in endgame content. And even then, it's not enough. I would have to skip 3 to 4 patches to guarantee one character. Not only that, but the characters that I do want aren't good, which sucks because that's counterintuitive. So I should also mention, I apologize that there was no poll video for Rappa at all. I had her guaranteed, and I didn't feel like it would be interesting to watch me just trying to get her in general, but she is the last character I will be pulling for Honkai Star Rail. I got both her and her light cone, which you'll see me level up, maybe, depending on how I edit this video. But, yeah. I finally got Rappa after she's been out for over a year and a handful of months. 16 months, to be precise, and a few days. She was introduced in 2.6. Now, I feel like some of you, or I feel like the issue at hand, is because of a dispute that China and Japan had. But here's the stupid thing about that. Hayo shouldn't be holding their characters accountable, slash punishing the players for not having the character out because the character is based on Japan. Now, I can understand if Japan said, hey, don't have this character rerun at all for a while. But if it was Hoyo's decision not to do, or not to give Rappa a rerun, that's fucking stupid. Because plenty of other characters, especially characters in 3.x, have gotten a rerun or two before she even got her first one. And she finally got her first one. And there's two main reasons why I wanted to get her. One, I have a love-hate relationship with her design, which I'll go into in maybe a separate video. I just made a realization. Damn it, oh well. But the second thing is, Endgame wants you to use Erudition units in all game modes, even though Epoch Shadow is supposed to be for hunt characters, MOC is supposed to be for hunt slash destruction, and Pure Fiction is supposed to be for Erudition. But all three want you to use Erudition, which defeats the entire fucking point of having 3 different game modes specialized with 3 different characters. It's annoying. That's also why I quit. But I was just not having fun with the game anymore. I didn't want to log on to grind for artifact stuff. Because artifact is, or the gear system is still the worst in any gacha. Well, Starl isn't the worst in any gachas at all. That goes to Wuthering Waves. Um, but it's pretty fucking bad. Leveling up characters was a chore as well, because it took way too fucking long to get skill materials. Yeah, shit was just not fun, so I quit. I don't remember what the last story thing I did was. I just remember the last thing I remember doing was Fine on Story. I don't think I did March Evernight yet at all, and that's where I dropped off. Um, and as of recording, I haven't done anything 4.0 related. I have watched 4.1, and goddammit, 4.1 is basically made for me. Because you got tokusatsu slash, well, you got tokusatsu in general, but you got a Super Sentai based inspired team. You got a red, a yellow, and a blue, and then you got a white. But those are the only 4. But then we, the Trailblazer, become the Black Ranger. Not only that, but there's also Mecha, because of course we have to have Mecha with a Sentai inspired thing. And we have a totally not a Gundam, guys, involved as well. Like, this patch was made for me. Not only that, but the newest character is basically Topaz but better, supposedly. Which is another thing that I didn't like about Star Rail, how the paths just didn't matter a lot, so to speak. Like, I'm sorry, but Hunt, Destruction, and Erudition are main DPS classes. Not sub DPS, not full on support class, main DPS, which is damage per second. And some characters following those paths, namely Topaz especially, are more so geared towards being a support slash a sub DPS. Like, they're not the main damage dealer when they're the main damage dealer because of their class. That shit was irritating. Remembrance, especially, was super fucking annoying because, yeah, we have these cool, unique paths that give a character a dedicated role. Remembrance just tossed that in the window and saying, okay, well, you get to have a summon, so on skill, you summon your creature, and you could be basically whatever the fuck we damn well please. Like, Aglaya, she's destruction. Hyacine, she's abundance. Castris, she's erudition, but also abundance. And remember, it's MC, you're harmony. I just did not like the direction they're going with that. And it's now even worse with Elation, because Elation is whatever the fuck. Because it can also be a main DPS or a sub DPS. And it could be either a destruction, a hunt, or an erudition like class. Not only that, but 3.x didn't give us a single new 4-star character, and that drove me up the wall. Not only that, but we didn't get a single fucking free 5-star Remembrance character, let alone a 4-star Remembrance. I'm not counting Trailblazer before you say anything. I'm really hoping they learn their lesson this time, and they give us a 4-star Remembrance or a 4-star Elation character slash a 5-star Elation character on standard banner. Again, not including MC. Chances are, though, they're not going to, because this is Hoyoverse. Even though Genshin Impact, when Dendra released, they gave us Kale for free, pretty much, and Tainari got added to standard banner. And with Zenless, yeah, we got introduced to a Rupture agent in 2.0, but we eventually got an A-rank Rupture agent for free. Now, granted, a Rupture agent hasn't been added to standard banner yet, but who knows? Soon, hopefully. But we've only gotten 3 S-ranked Ruptures, and 2 of them are just okay, while one of them is amazing, provided you have a dedicated Rupture supporter. Not specifically a Rupture support agent, but a support or stun character that can support a Rupture character. But this is about Star Rail, not Zenless. So here's hoping that Star Rail actually copies from its predecessor and its sequel. Well, not really a sequel, but its successor, and give us an Elation 5-star and an Elation 4-star character for free, slash an Elation character that's added to standard banner. But chances are very, very unlikely, because this is Hoyoverse we're talking about here. So, yeah. I do miss Star Rail, genuinely, but this game went from this is a really good game to this is a very bad game very quickly. And I'm not fond of that. Like, my characters from 2.x are barely doing anything in with 3.x enemies slash 4.x enemies. I can barely clear at all slash get max rewards. And I have very good, well-built characters that can, and most importantly, characters that can actually do damage slash that match the element that the game wants me to use. Nope. No. So, yeah, I'm done with Star Rail because of that. It's just a shame, really, because I've been with this game since near the end of Locha's first banner and the start of Blades. And it just sucks, because that was a lot, and I mean a lot of time dedicated to this game. But it's just a shadow of its former self, it really is. I'm sticking with Zenless, at least, for my main gacha for now, because the game actually treats me well, respects my time, and is still fun to play even after all these months. My only issue now is that I need a, again, dedicated Rupture support character. um, and to pull for characters that released in current patch. But Zenless is currently going down that route of HSR and Genshin, where if you don't pull for the newest character, then you're shit out of luck if the endgame content has the boss that is the hard counter, or the boss that wants you to use the newest character. For instance, Arya just came out, right? Arya is very good against this one boss in particular. I don't have her yet. But not only that, but you could also use Zhu Yan, who I didn't pull for and am not going to be pulling for because I think she's dog shit. Because, for whatever reason, her basic attack string is physical and not ether at all times. I'm hoping for the best for Star Rail. I hope it improves. But knowing Hoyo versus track record, it won't. So, yeah. But this will probably be the last video I make on Honkai Star Rail. Aside from the one video I wanted to do, but I completely forgot about. Which was my favorite characters design-wise. Because you want to separate your favorites between, okay, who is my favorite character-wise, like personality, who they are, etc. From a design point of view, like who has the best design. From a gameplay point of view, like whose kit do I jive with a lot. And from a backstory/lore point of view. If a single character ticks all four, then awesome, that's great. But not all characters do. Doctor Ratio! But, you know. So, I think that'll be about it for me. And the shitty thing about that, too, is people are saying, I don't get why people hate this character. He's really cool. People don't like that character because of the gameplay reason. Not because of the bad design or because of his personality, but because he's got a terrible kit. Like, learn to separate a character into those four sections. Please, I beg of you. But anyway. I think with all that said and done, I'm going to end things here for now. So, I've been Ryukishi, and farewell, fellow trailblazers.